Why, hello, everybody. Welcome to the June 2025 Box webinar. And we want to, let's give this about another 30, 40 seconds here. We are going to allow everybody to attend, get into the call here. A lot to digest today, a lot of really awesome stuff and some great news and opportunities for our current partners. And I know we got some AppDirect people on here. We're going to discuss a little bit about Box. Let's give a little market update. We'll throw that in there too. And so everybody just grab a extra cup of coffee. We'll start here in about 20, 30 seconds. All right, so again, welcome to the June 2025 webinar. It is summer's in full swing here, and we're excited to get started here. With me today, first of all, my name is Scott Eveling. I'm head of energy strategy here at Box. With me today is very lucky to have Chris Schubert. He's the VP of Channel Sales at AppDirect. He's going to have some really awesome things for everybody on this call to learn, especially your current Box partners, and you can learn about some really great new opportunity to really grow your business and get a foothold into the ones that are sticky, because you all know energy contracts are term contracts. So sometimes you get these people saying, call me back in 2 years. Well, Chris is going to tell you about some ways to bring some other things to them and get sticky with the customer and show them your great service. And very lucky also to have today Benji Kumar. He's general manager of Box. He's a co-founder of Box. And he's going to be discussing some stuff later on at the end of the call about a conference called Thrive that AppDirect puts on. I was very lucky to attend this last year, and it was great, really great production. And at the end of that, so stay tuned all the way to the end, because there's going to be a really incredible offer for everybody. We're going to be giving away something for free, so stay tuned all the way to the end, please. So with that, I'm going to get kick started here, and scroll this down. And yeah, so agenda today, we're going to talk about Box a little bit, shortened version today, market update, introducing AppDirect, and Thrive 25. So a little bit about Box here. There you go, just briefly. You've seen this before. We are licensed in all deregulated states. Every single one. The blue here, you'll see these are natural gas and electricity are available, so you can cross-sell in both. And in the gray, and I'm sorry, the green are just natural gas only options, and in the black there are blackish gray. Those are some states where there is opportunity to sell gas, and we can really for more larger customers, but there is an opportunity. Please contact us. We will let you know. Really, any state, just say, hey, give us a call, contact us. We'll let you know what we can do, what we can sell. I do want to add as well, in every single state here, we can sell things like RECs, energy efficiency. So there's always those opportunities. So and also just want to remind everybody, hey, we were named last year the 2024 ABC of the Year. That's Agent Broker Consultant of the Year. We were the winner, Energy Professional Association. Really great honor for that. So we also have a very, very large vetted supplier network. We have all these suppliers. We actually arrange some special contracts with many of them. We have great relations with a lot of them. We are one of the top brokers, if not the top broker or agent for all of them. Pretty much most of these on the board here. So with that, you get the special service, we get quicker results. We get aligned into everywhere from up to the head of trading to CEOs in some of these companies that if we have questions or issues. So it's one of the better issues to partner with us. And then you have the Box Strategic Solutions team. It's a team I head up. Really, we find to be your competitive edge in energy consulting. We can help you develop tailored sales strategies. We're not just talking about like solutions and strategies for the customer. We're talking about solutions and strategies to get the deal done. Also have some data-driven insights. We have a really good market analysis, customer data team to really kind of give some insights and help enhance that value proposition to drive decision making. We have a reverse auction platform that we put out last year, a huge success here, and really helps you secure these most competitive pricing. And we have people that lead with this actually, and just come in and it wows them because it's something no one else is showing them. So if you want to find a way to differentiate yourself, this is the way. One of the best ways to do that. We negotiate contracts. Like I said, we have special arrangements with a lot of our suppliers with some contract language. We have huge supplier experience. Personally, I've written 3 contracts at 3 different suppliers. So I know, and with that, all I'm trying to say is I know the gotchas in there for the customers, and we try to negotiate those out. So I'm now working for you and for the customer. And then seamless client support and proactive solutions, really end-to-end service, including initial engagement all the way to post-sale support. We help identify, address potential obstacles early, really just to maintain this deal momentum. So utilize those services. I also want to show a couple things here. We just introduced this yesterday. By the way, I just want to point out too, this is a sample report. This isn't real, so tomorrow is not necessarily a red day. So put that out there. But anyway, introducing PGM peak load alert. This is very, very important here to manage this. We've talked so much about how capacity prices, they're going to be hitting these up on these bills at the end of this month. They'll see a large, for June, a very large increase in their costs for capacity. We're talking $15 to $25 a megawatt hour increase, or 1.52 cents a kilowatt hour. That's substantial. And we all know how these people like to, fight tooth and claw to get an extra $1 or $2 a megawatt hour. Well, this is huge. So there's a way to reduce that impact, and that's just kind of participating. We're kind of reducing those 5 peak days, peak hours of the year in the summer, and reducing those. And so this is an alert we have out. Contact the pricing desk, contact your account executive to get on a list. We will be sending these out when there is a red or yellow situation. Red meaning that we have a pretty high certainty high probability this could be a day. A yellow means that this is a medium probability. We do not send these out unless there's nothing red or yellow, so you won't get a bunch of mail every day. But when we do send this out, it's something to pay attention to, and it's a big help to your clients. And in the email will be tips a way to kind of reduce demand and everything. And then finally, our historical price curves. We showed this last month, just want to show it again. This is a historical curves tool we've built out to kind of look at, kind of really past power and gas prices, helping brokers really just build trust by just showing this kind of data. It shows kind of the trends, really brings in the timing. And the beautiful thing is, if you look at this up here, this adder, we can make this to be equatable to prices you're getting today. Because of course, we all know sometimes there's fixed prices, and we show pricing at $55, and but price came in at 80. That's because of shaping and risk adders, but also because things are in there like ancillaries, capacity transmission. Well, you can make this adder on here, and for instance, if the price today is 80, we can increase on something like this $15, and it kind of puts it in the same curve level, so for the customer. So that's something no one else is doing, and it's a tool you all have access to in MSC, and it's this is something that you'd have to pay $200-300 a month for in a subscription to get this data elsewhere, not even in a format like this. So please contact your AEs, any tool to use that. We can also help you. So take a deep breath there. Now I'm going to go into my market update here, and let's go here. Okay, energy price update. Nothing major here. Texas coming down a little bit. You look at a monthly change there in gas, and typically for most of these areas here, this should equate to every 10-cent move in gas should equate to about a 60-cent move in power. So you'll see these kind of movements here. For the most part, power was down a little bit, except for New York. But Texas was really kind of the bigger mover on a monthly change. And as we've been talking about, we think the pricing is a little over its skis there a little bit, a little overpriced. So we think there's still some fluff there. We think it can come out with the summer. Let's look here at historical natural gas prices now. And you'll see this, the black line here is 2026, 27, 28. These are the calendar year strips. We don't look at front month here when we look at charts because no one's buying gas for 1 month the next month. Actually, we do have 1 or 2 customers, but for 99.9% of you, you are buying gas in the term. So this is what we look at in the trends here. And we put out a piece a few months ago about how 350 is kind of the new floor, and it's kind of proving that, and that really in a softer ceiling, so there could be potential for spikes, kind of going up through a ceiling here, and the ceiling we put at about $4.50 to $5 area. So we're going to be kind of range bound, but a pretty hard floor at 350. And one of the reasons why we just found out in the Q4 earnings calls, I'm sorry, Q4, the Q1 earnings calls that just came out over the past month or so. Most of the producers, 95% of them, are calling $4 kind of the point where production makes sense. So drawing new wells. So with that incentive that's there. Now that level was 250 3 or 4 years ago, just to let you know. But of course, there's been some big differences. One, it's the new gas is a little harder to get. There is plentiful gas, but it's a little harder to get to. Supply of materials come up, cost of labor has gone up, and also just big, much more disciplined by the producers. They're not so willy-nilly like they were, 5, 6 years ago, and just flowing and getting gas for cash flow purposes. This is now much more of a disciplined play, and they'll shut off real quickly. So now looking at Texas prices, you see here, yeah, we're kind of up there in these highs for the past 3 years. And there's been some reports out that, we're going to show a chart later on, but there's been some reports out, of course, showing that this huge increase in demand, like practically doubling in the next 3 or 4 years here. We actually think that's probably going to be more like about, still significant, more like about a 30 megawatt increase. It's the next 4 or 5 years, 30, 40 megawatt, I'll put it that way. But there's also a huge amount of supply coming on, especially where it needs it most is in those peak hours. And we'll talk about that in a second here in the last slide. ERCOT North Historical Monthly Index, look at this, just as so, we have not really been above $40 hardly at all in the past, almost 2 years. I mean, this is an eye-opening chart, and why we're recommending purchasing still on the index for a portion of it. Although the summer prices have come down a little bit here, we recommend hedging as much as you want for the summer. But these are, just showing you this here. This is just continuing to go down here. If you look at something like this was really the cause of about 30 hours total during the whole month of August there in August 23. So just 24 hours a day, 31 days in the month, so 600 and some hours. So less than 5% of the hours caused this. If you take those 5% hours off, this would have been down more around this $60 level, by the way. So with that, it's batteries. Batteries are huge. You have had a huge impact on this. ERCOT's done an incredible job with the grid. We talked about it before. Since Winter Storm Uri, they really made some revamps to it. Historical PJM West Hub power prices. This is kind of really a good bellwether for all through PJM. So again, kind of just mid-range here. We're currently recommending people do hedge out here. We see a little bit of supply-demand imbalance issues here continuing, especially with the demand kind of increasing relatively significantly year over year here, and getting an increase, and there's some supply constraints. We're going to show you that in a slide here in a second as well. PJM West historical prices, index prices, yes, these are coming in, pretty higher. 4-year average, 3-year average, 44.55. That's higher than ERCOT. I mean, that's crazy. No, this wasn't this way 5 years ago. That's for sure. So 44.55. So we think prices are relatively fair to underpriced slightly in PJM and in the PJM regions. So yeah, look at the summer tightening PJM grid conditions. it could be some rising summer price risk here, and this is going to continue on for a while. Why we recommend hedging here. Retirements year-over-year change, 8.5 gigawatts. New generation year-over-year change was 6 gigawatts. So we are a deficit there from new supply coming on versus supply coming off. And in the meantime, the peak is going up to, we're thinking there's going to be about a 2.6 gigawatt increase. But if there's some extreme weather, we're talking maybe near triple digits. It's usually that second or third day as the heat builds up. So a couple days in a row, near 60-degree or 100-degree triple digit kind of weather out there on the East Coast of Philadelphia, Washington region. We're going to probably, we could hit up definitely above 160, even probably topping out 166. So that's the extreme weather situation there. So keep an eye on this. By the way, the peak averages in up until last year, so 24 peak was 152. Was it 146, 140, or 147, 148 area we're hitting up pretty much before 2024. So this is increasing, and we're not having enough new generation coming online. Although there is some decent amount expected to come online as well next year. So U.S. gas storage. This, yeah, I mean, it's amazing how much we've cut this. This is last year. So we hit it, we were at 23.25 at a point during the 10th week last year. And the 10th week this year, we were at 16.98. So that was a 627 difference, right? And now we have cut that down to 267. So almost cut it in half, the deficit we had to last year. And we're well above the 5-year average now. I think we're like 6 or 7% above the 5-year average. We actually had the 7th storage injection in a row. It's the longest streak since 2014 last week. And should have close to that again this week. But of course, the weather we're seeing around here, we're all experiencing this week, the storage will be a little bit lower than that. So that's been a big increase. That's why summer volatilities or volatility for winter next year and the volatility in the market has declined a little bit, quite a bit, because this is not a worry anymore. If we were still on that 500 deficit to last year, we'd probably have prices right now in the upper fours near $5. So just to let you know how much this mild spring has helped the market right there. This is natural gas demand growth 2030. This is a chart I would show every customer all the time. This is just going to show you this. And remember, most of the power plants on the grids are gas. The gas generation is what's on the margin, and it's what's setting the price. So this is really important here. And you see here, the big growth here is LNG exports as far as like what can really change a lot. Power burn, more and more gas gen is expected to come online. There'd be a lot more gas gen if looking at the turbines, but there's a backlog in turbines of 3 or 4 years as well. So you'll see that here. And natural gas production, yeah, we're inching there. But we're not having this big thing. Again, they're much more disciplined and the swing of it. And so we're in this range bound, but this 106.1, you know, we're going to have to get to an increase of at least probably, almost like, 20 some BCF increase in this. And, hopefully we can get there. And outside the box gas chart of the month, the California and Texas really showing you here the large scale energy storage resources. So this is really more or less a battery. I don't think we're going to hit this 79 gigawatts in Texas, but even if we get to 20 or 30, we're growing there 3 or 4 megawatts a year. So what that does, and going back to talking about how those 30 hours a couple years ago and why this is important, is because what would typically be when there hits those peak demand, peak hours where this kind of like really hits low, that's where the price can skyrocket and go to like rocket fuel up to $900,000, $2,000 a price, right? Well, these batteries kick in now, and they only really run for 2 to 4 hours, but that's just enough to get you over that peak, and it softens the spikes. So the curve is a little bit rounder, isn't as spiky of of the pricing, and it kind of has brought these LMPs down. Do we still going to hit $300-$400 an hour? Absolutely. But where it's $300-$400 a couple years ago, that could have been $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. So it makes a big difference when it gets to the average monthly LMPs. And that is it. Let me just see here. A couple more things. Sorry. And then I'll stop talking. I'm sure you're all sick of hearing from me, and we'll get on to the more exciting stuff with Chris and Benji. A couple more things I want to put out there. One is just that the new word here really is energy security versus energy sustainability, as far as what the focus now is on the big players in the market, the Googles, the Amazons, the ones building these data centers. They're more about energy security. We need energy. We need to figure out ways to get energy. They're not as concerned about sustainability right now. That's why you're seeing them secure sources like nuclear and all that. And that these deals aren't really co-location deals. They're just doing PPAs off this, trying to keep these nuclear stations alive, put investments in them. So the buzzword really is security over sustainability, and really hitting up more like kind of more carbon neutral sort of stuff if they can. But again, bringing it on, that's kind of the new thing. That's the way everything's kind of moving to for this moment. And secondly, war effect. Is real Iranian, what's going on in the Middle East, and the effect on natural gas. Nothing big. I mean, I've had this question a lot the last couple of days, so I want to bring it up. This is not that big of an effect on natural gas. Yes, there could be some disruption to LNG supplies going over to Europe, but we are maxed out on how much LNG we're pretty much sending out right now as it is. We can't, it's not like we can just say, oh, well, now demand is 10 more BCF, let's send it out because the pricing is so high out there. No, that's not the case anymore. I mean, that's not the case right now. So it really doesn't have that huge of effect domestically on our prices. We are very domestic driven, production. We don't really import here at all, except for out there on the East Coast in New England in the middle of winter. And that's really maybe where you can see some winter pricing going up in NEPOOL from it. So that's it. I am now going to move on to Chris Schubert and let him take it away. Questions, we typically have questions. Yes, I know, end of our webinar. We're gonna just as far as for questions about market stuff, just send them over through your AE. I'll answer them or put them in here. I'll answer them and send it out to everybody at the end. And again, thank you guys. We're here from Box. We really love the business. You us love working with all of you. And with that, I'll let Chris Schubert take it away. Let me clear my way out of this one, and we will go right into that.
All right, here we go. Scott,
right,
Benji, hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Scott, Benji, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to everyone today. Again, my name is Christopher Schubert. I have been operating in the technology channel for about 30 years now. And in that entire career, it's all been about supporting entrepreneurs achieve their goals and dreams bought through the sale of different technology services. So I am super excited to get to know all of the Box Energy community. In the next 15 minutes or so, I'm going to share with you a little bit about AppDirect, why we decided to acquire Box and bringing them into the AppDirect family, and what that means for you as a Box Energy broker, both now and in the future. So first off, you see up here is, honestly, sometimes there's some architecture that needs some explaining. AppDirect, our go-to-market is as the advisor-powered everything store for business. Now, you might be asking yourself, what the heck does that mean? Well, I always ask marketing every time what things mean. The key piece of this is that AppDirect is designed to give a business owner one place where they can go to find, buy, and manage every monthly recurring expense that they've got. That is the concept of the everything store. But the big piece about this for you is that everything we do is powered by technology advisors. What's that? A technology advisor is someone that has influence over the technology spend in an organization. The person you go to, or a CIO, a CTO, a CEO, anyone with a C, or even, little Betty, the office manager, whom they go to ask questions about what they need to do for technology. In much the same way, you folks in the Box Energy community are energy brokers, energy advisors. They come to you for advice on what to do with that. That's the first big synergy you're going to see with everything AppDirect is about, is enabling entrepreneurial technology advisors, energy brokers to take advantage of everything available to sell to an organization. Next slide, please. All right, so AppDirect operates as a commerce stack. Now, what does that mean? AppDirect began as a software platform back in 2009, and it was a software platform designed to help companies find, buy, and manage and monetize different monthly recurring revenue services. In much the same way a Shopify is a one-time purchase, AppDirect's platform was built on doing monthly recurring services, so monthly bills. Over the last several years, we've moved heavily into the channel, which is where the technology advisors live. That's where you guys live as energy brokers. And we built out a host of tools and services to help them be successful. Beyond just the platform itself, we have a whole slew of customer management resources, sales enablement resources, a full back office, and the largest contract catalog of different services available within the channel today. What that means for you is that there is literally so many things to take advantage of with AppDirect that you can use to really own the entire wallet share that the customer has. Energy is a huge piece of that and is going to continue to be. But there's opportunities to add other things and really control that entire wallet share for that customer. Next slide, please. So probably the biggest question many of you have is, why the heck did this technology solutions distributor acquire Box? Well, the first big piece to know, and we'll talk about this in the next slide, is we've had an energy practice for several years. And many of our technology advisors in our community have dabbled in the energy world, but we have a precious few that are anywhere close to the level of the Box energy community, of folks that really focus on understand and speak the language. But energy is absolutely a growing market segment for us and something that we want to grab hold of. And Scott mentioned data centers, the AI revolution. Everything is connecting that technology, telecom world now with the world of energy. So it made sense to find a company that would be able to offer such a wonderful contract catalog of different energy producers to offer to our community. And plus, Benji and crew are just darn good people, and that's very important for AppDirect. I like to say that I might work for a billion-dollar corporation, but I don't have anyone evil at the top. So we try to make sure that we've got good quality people. I'm from Oklahoma. I love dealing with all my Texas neighbors down there. It's important to us that we have good people, and Box definitely fit that bill. The other reason to acquire Box is to help you folks out in the Box energy broker community around this concept of cross-selling. Next slide. There we go. This is a graphic that you're going to see a lot of from AppDirect. This is our AppDirect technology wheel. And the idea behind the technology wheel concept is this is a nice visual representation of everything that your average IT procurement director has to deal with, what they are being asked to source and pay for your businesses. Obviously, that top one, you know very well, energy. But also there are communication solutions. So think your AT&Ts and your Verizons, your mobility, your expense management, software as a service, your Microsoft, your Google, your Adobe services, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, Anthropic, different LLMs that are out there. Yes, we will explain what all these acronyms mean in time. Infrastructure, those data center services, and also using cloud services like Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, AWS. Security, locking all that stuff up, making sure they keep the bad guys out and the good guys in. Hardware, sourcing laptops, mobile devices, all this fun stuff. And then managing pro services, human beings going out there to do all this stuff. And yes, energy. Now, you might be looking at this and go, wow, there's a world of opportunity. Yes, there is. And we're going to help you take advantage of this. You might also be looking at this and going, oh, wow, are you going to force feed all of this into me and change the way I do my business as a Box energy broker? The answer to that is no. We want to make sure that Box continues to be Box and you guys continue to do the things that you do exceptionally well. All we are offering within this integration process is more opportunities for you, but we don't want to distract you from what you do very, very well. On the other hand, though, as you're out there and you're selling your energy services, and you find out that they've got 75 locations that might be in need of AT&T, or they might have 3,000 Microsoft licenses, and they ask you, how do I take care of that? You don't have to say no. You don't have to refer that elsewhere. You get to take advantage of that. And that's what we're going to be working to enable you guys with over the next several months. Next slide. So a little bit about the resources. We want you to understand that as you begin this journey of understanding more about technology spend, you're not alone. We have over 400 team members at AppDirect that are strictly designed to support our technology advisors and brokers, folks to help you with your quotes, folks to help you get your orders in. This thing might be a little important. Track commissions, because every single monthly recurring revenue service that you sell with AppDirect has a commission attached to it. The 99.9% of them are residual commissions that are paid to you, which of course means that you get a check every single month that customer is paying their bill. And then you have a fun and easy to use dashboard that in time will be integrated into Box to allow you to view all of that fun stuff. Next slide. We also have a ton of folks to help you in the field. I have a wonderful team of solution engineers that can get on the phone with a customer and help them deep dive their entire technology strategy, basically get to know that little wheel and all of the different options they have available to us. If you need specialties, we got you covered. Whether it's a specialist in mobility, software, our own energy specialist, which might just be working together with Benji and crew quite a bit, data center, managed services, unified communications. We have specialists that can go deep in every single one of those technology wheel categories. And we also carry a very big stick with the provider community. We are one of the top providers in the US for AT&T, Verizon, Lumen, Zoom, Ring Central, and others. And we maintain a very, very close, tight relationship with all of those providers for the benefit of your customers. Next slide. There's going to be a lot to learn in this journey, and we've got you covered there as well. We're talking about doing some special workshops just for Box Energy brokers in the months to come. That'll be out in the market, so you can come visit us and hear from some of our different sales trainers. But we also have our AppDirect Academy, which will be an online resource where you can learn tons of stuff about all these different services, and that'll all be facilitated out via your Box account management team. We want to make sure that you've got tons of education, but I also want to tell you, you get to go at your own pace. So don't feel the need to like disrupt everything you're doing today. But just as you start to hear some of these new words and new concepts out there, these are all things that you can add to your portfolio of services you offer in your own business. Next slide. Tons of tools will be available for you as well. Learn how to configure and sell software, cable services, connectivity, think fiber and over-the-air internet connectivity. Energy seller, that might be augmented here very shortly to be very box powered. So that will be one you know well. And then tons of marketing support. So if you're the type of guy or gal out there that likes to have a one pager that you can send out to your customers, we're going to have you covered there as well. Next slide. Customer management. Now, this is very important. In addition to all these lovely services that we sell via our different providers in our community, we do a lot of things ourselves. That includes a lot of managed and professional services. This is putting boots on the ground for your customer to help them install a large multi-site network. It might be helping them migrate services into one of those data centers that we're taking care of their energy on. We also offer premium tech support. So if you need folks to answer the phone and tell you what's wrong with your widget, we've got you covered. And we also have a ton of network managed services, meaning that we can monitor someone's large scale network, identifying if they happen to go down, one of those nasty little tornadoes blows through like us Texas and Oklahomans deal with on a regular basis, and they need to open up a trouble ticket to get their service restored. We actually do that. We take care of that for a lot of our customers as well. And one of the most popular things for new advisors is our sales desk as a service. Many of you are going to be in a position where you hear about an opportunity, but you don't know what to do with it yet. If you just want to throw it over the fence and have one of our highly trained AppDirect sales folks go in and close the deal for you, we actually do that as well. It's a neat little service that allows you to just find an opportunity and throw it over the fence, and we take care of it for you. And of course, you earn a commission for that, as opposed to just handing it off to your friend Larry. Now somebody's going to actually pay you for it, which is a really big piece. Next slide. One other thing to note is that AppDirect is all about support. Now, we are working together with the Box team to really formulate what this is going to look like for the Box Energy community. But some resources will be very, very key. One is we have a channel manager that is designed to be a business development contact and help Box members with their sales in these various technology sides. We also have our advisor success manager who sits behind the scenes, helps get the quotes and get those things done for you. And then a solutions engineer that, again, can get on the phone with your customer and help them close the deal. All of this is going to be tightly integrated with your Box community. So you're not going to, I saw a question on like, who do we call? What do we do? Everything is going to begin and end with your existing Box account management team. My folks are going to be sitting behind the scenes helping them so that you don't have to learn new contacts. You don't have to change resources. You don't have to do anything like that. You continue doing what you do and then take advantage of these new services as they come available in the weeks and months to come. So next slide. Before we kind of get into the Q&A, and I see a couple things popping in, I think Mr. Bill Shimon and I are going to be, I think I'm saying that right, are going to be fast friends. But some key things that I think will answer the big questions. Is anything changing today? No. It's business as usual. Continue to be awesome energy brokers. Keep doing that. I'm working closely with Benji and Lauren on developing the strategy for enabling you guys to take advantage of all these different services. And that will be coming up in the following weeks. We have a big event that Benji's going to talk about too, which will be kind of a nice way for you to kick off your relationship with AppDirect. But we'll be working to communicate this out to you, where to go, who to talk to, and how this is going to work over the next several weeks. If you have an immediate opportunity, take that to your Box account manager and they'll engage your resources. But I would ask a little bit of patience during the next 2 months or so as we work through the process and procedures. I've been doing this a long time, ladies and gentlemen, and one of the things that I've found to be critically important when we do any acquisition here is we don't want to disrupt what you do. That's the number one rule. Don't break what's not broken. Beyond that is giving you opportunities to grow your revenue at your own pace with all of these different technology solutions that we have. It can be a little overwhelming. So let you know that you're going to have AppDirect guides together with the Box team that will be helping you through all of that. So with that, I know I'm not familiar with this system, Scott, so I don't use GoTo all that often.
Gotcha.
But I see I see several little questions in here.
Yeah, there might be several questions, and we can. I think sometimes what we do is, for sake of time, we'll just answer these questions as individually as we get them and offline. But thanks, Chris. And again, I think it's Chris said, and I want to emphasize as well. What's important here is not to feel overwhelmed. You see that big technology wheel, and that's really a wheel of opportunity as well. For all of you, and just pick one thing at a time to really kind of get to know a little bit that can kind of be a way to kind of sell, and just kind of pick one thing to know it, but also understand as well, like you got this stuff in your back pocket. So when you're having discussions and you hear them say like, they need some help with something and it's on that technology wheel, you can go to it and you have people that can help, and you can also just throw it out there as a referral as well. I feel more comfortable, but just a way to make more money and optimize. And I think, hey, we're all capitalists on this call. Everybody wants to make money. So we're just showing you a way to increase that opportunity. So with that, I'll let Benji now take it over, and he's going to discuss this great conference here called Thrive 25.
Thank you, guys. Can you guys hear me good?
Yes.
Thank you, Chris. That was awesome. Lots of information. And I'll just say too, with the AppDirect and Box, being acquired by AppDirect, that I'm just really excited about it. I mean, I think you already got it, just even with Chris here, got just a feeling of like AppDirect is a very, they're just a great business. They run things really well. And, they're a values driven business, and Boxes as well. And that was a really big part of like our, just being excited about it, that we were like, this is a very strategic opportunity for Box and for our partners to really be able to, add additional services, add additional products, things like that to add to the, just to their suite and their tool belt there, right? And yes, Scott is right. Everybody wants to make more money. But really, at the heart of sales is how do we help people, right? How do we help our customers? How do we help the businesses that we interact with every day? And the real answers to that is that you bring value to them, right? And through the AppDirect merger, that we have so much more value as energy, consultants and partners. We have so much more value to offer our customers and our clients now. And I think that is a very big part of this, and the idea of like, how do I keep my customer sticky? How do I keep them a long-term customer? Well, you get more products into there and you become more of an expert in more things, and they start relying on you, and they pick up the phone and they call up, hey, Chris, I need some help on other areas, and you start becoming that expertise. It's not just an energy, right? And so, I want to reiterate what Chris said too. Box is not changing. Everything that we offer to our partners, the way that we interact with the partners, all the things that we currently have, that's still going to be on the table. We're just adding additional things that you will be able to now sell. But Chris mentioned, I want to say, starting with Thrive. So Thrive is AppDirect's once a year conference that they host for all of their suppliers, all of their partners, all of their referral members. I went last year, a few of us, Tony, Lauren, Scott, and I went last year. It is an amazing, it's the best conference I've ever been to. And I've been to hundreds of conferences, trust me. It is a really good conference. And like, I think Chris really nailed it here. This is a really good introduction for our energy brokers to come to this conference and get an idea of who is AppDirect, right? Mm-hmm. And I think the timing is perfect. August 25th is going to be right around the corner. We just closed this acquisition here, and it will give all of our energy partners that ability to step in for 3 days, get just an overwhelming, experience of like, who is AppDirect? Who do they partner with? Who are their suppliers? What are the, what are the services that I can now sell? Can I get trained on these? They do a lot of breakout sessions, things like that. So Scott, let's play this video just so you can get an idea of what's going, and then we'll go to the next slide. I don't know if we can hear it, Scott.
No?
Imagine really cool music right now.
We're thrilled to have you here. Most memorable, historic, legendary runs in snowboarding history.
Because at AppDirect, we are laser focused on helping future-proof your business.
Well, Benji, if you don't mind, if I could chime in here for just a second on the power of this conference, since you didn't get to hear the amazing music that accompanied that. Thrive is our once a year opportunity where we get to bring in all the different worlds of AppDirect. Our provider community, our great advisors, some of our fantastic customers as well are here. And in this event, there's tons of networking, but there's also just a ton of learning opportunities. And when you look at our keynote speaker, Sean White, uh, if you've been to a lot of conferences, as we all have, sometimes you have that generic person that gets up there, ooh, they won a Super Bowl or they did something inspirational, but they don't actually know anything about what you do. Sean, one of the reasons we really campaigned hard to have him join our conference this year is Sean is also a serial entrepreneur who started many businesses, and he's going to get to share a lot of those insights with us as well, while also telling us about doing cool stuff and building his own Olympic sport. And we're also joined by Lori Stegel. I see someone popping through the slides, who comes to us from CNN and is on the forefront of technology and really the integration of AI with the human element, the human experience. It's a great opportunity to learn a ton about what we do and what it means to be a technology advisor in 2025. So sorry, Benji, I hope I didn't get too much into there, but
I actually should just be like, Chris, take it away, because Chris knows, way more about what's going to be on. But yeah, let's go through it. So
sorry everybody about the audio. It is kind of does get you fired up. I could hear it on my end. I don't know. We'll figure out those tools. The first time I think we played a video on this webinar. So
we're going to send out
we'll also send out the link. So go ahead.
Yeah, we'll send out a email and we'll embed the video so you can hear it with the music as well. But yeah, let me just go through a couple of these slides. So there's going to be we're expecting almost 1,500 people to show up. Like it says here, over 35 hours of content. I have a little thing here. I'll just give you some of the breakout sessions. Add customer value throughout the IT lifecycle with end-to-end support. Lessons from companies with thriving marketplace ecosystems. Manage your entire tech stack in one place. Achieving immediate ROI from artificial intelligence. Master the end-to-end lifecycle of mobility and network purchases. This is one of those are 3 or 4 of 15 different breakout sessions that you'll have access to. Every night there's for you conference partiers, there's a reception every night. And on the last night of the conference, they throw an amazing, it's a full-on concert, and it's just the, it's all the people that are attending the conference. I think they're doing a sneak peek of who it's actually going to be this year. Last year was CeeLo Green, but it's actually a great concert, and it's they just throw it amazing venues. Chris, do you have anything to add to that?
I can add that we are bringing in a world-renowned a band called the Gold Singers, which are going to be gracing us with some of the best hits of the last 20 to 30 years. But the big thing is where we're doing it at. We have rented out the world-famous Austin City Limits.
Oh my God!
We're all going to have a really nice time there, celebrating everything we've learned at Thrive.
Very nice. Okay, Scott, next slide. Like we said, there's tons of information that you can learn there, a lot of trainings, a lot of breakout sessions, great keynote speakers. You'll hear from Nick, the AppDirect CEO. You'll hear from a lot of the leadership team. There's a lot of panels. I'm sitting on one of the panels. I think Chris is leading or doing some of the breakout sessions. There's a lot of different.
I'm leading your panel now that I think about it.
Yeah, actually you are. There you go. Next slide, Scott. And one of the things too that's exciting for our energy brokers is this is kind of going to be our first main introduction that the AppDirect Advisor Network is going to get to the energy world. We're going to have actually 5 of our energy suppliers are going to be participating at the expo hall and going to have a booth there, so you'll be able to interact with a lot of the suppliers. And like I said, even our own energy suppliers are going to be there, so we're excited about that. Keep going there, Scott. Technology will, they'll, you know, lots of trainings, lots of breakout sessions, different things that I want to get to that slide there where we giving them how to register and our promo code.
Okay, here comes the,
Here comes the drum roll. Yeah.
this is a $950 value, by the way. Go ahead.
Yes, this is what Scott was saying. So to give you guys an idea, this conference is a $1,200 conference per person. I think they've got an early entry fee of $995, but it's a $1,200 conference that for Box Energy brokers, when you use this code Energy Free, it's free. It is a free conference. Go ahead, Chris.
Big thing here. So scan this QR code. The way the registration process works is you go through there. You'll want to register as a technology advisor. That is, again, broker advisor, kind of linking our terminology here together. And then you'll have an opportunity to put in the energy free code, and that will waive your registration. You will still need to put down a credit card to secure your reservation with the hotel, but everything will be, conference fees and everything will be waived for you with this code. So just make sure you put that code in. That's the big thing.
Yes. So like I said, this is a amazing conference. It's an expensive conference that we are giving away for free today.
Welcome to the family. Yeah.
Yes, welcome to the AppDirect family. But we really, really, really want our energy brokers and our consultants, all of the box partners. I would love it if 200 of you guys showed up. I think it would be fantastic. And I really want you guys to get an introduction to who AppDirect is, and this couldn't be a better place to kind of learn everything. We will be sending out an email, hopefully this afternoon, but if not tomorrow for sure, giving you these, like how to register, where to register. And then if you have questions, feel free to reach out to your account managers. But you know, we want to participate, and we really would love for you guys to be there. And like I said, we're driving that by giving away a free promo code to be able to get an entry into the conference for free. So Chris, anything else you want to share regarding that?
Obviously, I think Benji, I think you've covered a good piece of this, but this is a outstanding opportunity to learn a ton about the opportunity you have as a technology advisor and broker. That's the biggest thing. And I do want to stress again, go at your own pace, but this is a great opportunity to join up with a family, and we look forward to meeting a bunch of you. We run a very fun crew around here. We're all fired up on helping entrepreneurs achieve their dreams. That's what gets me out of the bed every single morning, as it does my team. And we just look forward to seeing you all there.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Scott. Thank you for all the market updates. As usual, you do an amazing job, so we appreciate that. Any closing things that we need to close with us there, Scott?
Yeah, so again, the PDF, there's a PDF handout for this in the handout section of the, if you look on the GoToWebinar kind of panel thing there, you'll see a handout. You can just download that. So go and look at that right now for a few seconds. But also hopefully, what I think we should do here is probably send out to all attendees here, we'll send out an email with the link as well, and also this code here in the handout. We'll just send it all out to everybody. And that's really all. But yeah, we'd love to see you guys sign up early. There's a discounted hotel code there too. And hope to see all you guys in Austin. We will be on again next month. Early look, I think we're going to discuss a little bit about 6 months into the new administration and kind of take a kind of an objective, nonpartisan view of kind of the energy policy that's been taken out. I know we came across this right after the election. We had a thing, but we want to kind of give an update on kind of the new things that are going on and how going forward, how the energy policy can hit up. So look for that webinar coming up about a month from now, and you'll have some details coming out. But have a great month, everybody, and look forward to seeing you. Take care.
Guys, see you guys.